It's all about staying young, feeling good, and looking better. But we're all battling with time, trying to avoid certain inevitabilities like wrinkles, maybe some sagging, and yep, even those age spots. But there are certain things that you can do to keep your skin looking young and healthy longer. Joining us now as part of our My Beauty series is an expert in the field of skincare, dermatologist Dr. Madhavi Kandula. Welcome to the show, Dr. Kandula.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Now, you just heard me talk about some of the signs of aging, the sagging, the wrinkles, but age spots, what are these? I'm starting to get them.
Well, they're really not from age. They're really sun exposure, and that's why you tend to see them on places where the sun hits you the most, the back of your hands, your chest, and your face. And why we think of them as age spots is it takes a lot of sun to get to that point. So usually you're seeing it in your late 30s, early 40s. So it's misnomered as an age spot. Now, I have patients after severe sunburns in their late teens, early 20s, all of a sudden get them.
Already.
And so, yeah, even in their 20s and late teens, people can get these sun damaged spots.
Are they dangerous, the sun damaged spots?
For the most part, they're not. They're really just very unsightly. And if there's any change in any of them that you're sort of questioning, obviously you should see a dermatologist about it. But for the most part, patients just don't like the way they look. It's hard to cover them up. It does make you look older when you have them all over your hands. And they're really looking for a way to treat them that's safe and effective.
Let's talk about that. How do you treat them? How do you do this safely and effectively?
Well, there's wonderful products over the counter that contain an ingredient called hydroquinone, which is a chemical. And the chemical actually keeps the melanin, which gives you the darker spot, down to a normal level, as opposed to an age spot where it's excessively, in production. And in a 2% concentration, very, very safe, and it's a much cheaper alternative than doing things like lasers or peels.
I'm looking at the product that we have here, which is an over-the-counter product, Porcelana. Would it be effective for something other than age spots, blemishes, the darkening acne scars?
Absolutely. Like one of the other things that patients, and especially female patients, struggle with is a darkening with melasma or birth control pills.
Yep.
And so it's very, very common, and it's from the hormones. And so if you use the fading cream like Porcelana, and of course wear sunscreen every single day, then you can definitely improve it and hopefully get rid of it.
Now, we actually have a photo. One of our producers, her name is Tiffany, she fell down the steps and got a scar on her back. Is this something that she could use to kind of help minimize the visibility of a scar like this one?
Absolutely. The thing that's interesting is the darker skin you have, the worse we tend to scar. So people with dark skin tend to get darker scars. And so if you start early with a treatment on a scar, you can get it to fade almost completely back to normal.
What about application? If you're treating a scar, you're treating age spots, how do you do it?
Well, really a thin coat. More is not better in this case. And so a thin coat on the spot and rubbing it in. And there's two stages with the Porcelana product line. There is a daytime cream which actually has the sunscreen built into it, and it's a really nice texture, and you can feel that.
That's this one?
That's the day. So that has your sunscreen built into it. You would wash your face and then put that on as your moisturizer, sunscreen, and then you could put your makeup on top of it. The nighttime cream is solely just the hydroquinone with a moisturizer base to it. And so you're getting a 1-2 punch with the morning and evening applications.
So this really is actually quite light and quite nice.
It's wonderful. It's a great product.
How long till you start seeing results?
Well, with anything that's going to be topical, it's going to take at least several weeks. Now, some people can see it as quickly as a few days, but most of my patients, I tell them, give it at least 4 to 6 weeks. And if at 3 to 4 months you haven't seen a good result or you're not happy, then talk to the dermatologist about doing a prescription grade product.
Now, this one is over the counter. Is it pricey? Is it something people
It's really not. I mean, it's less than $10. And so each one of those jars is less than $10, and you have definitely a several month supply in there.
One thing that I think about when I hear skin lightening cream, and I'm just going to bring this up because it's part of pop culture now, and you saw Michael Jackson's change in the tone of his skin. We recently saw Sammy Sosa show up at an award show with a completely different skin tone appearance. Is this something that we're going to worry about with something like Porcelana?
In Sammy Sosa, I'm really not clear what he did, but I did hear that he used something from Europe, which in the United States would be potentially considered illegal. So for him to have used that, that's why he got that look, sort of that very ghost-like appearance.
Yeah.
It would not happen with these products at all. In this strength, there's absolutely no way.
Safe to use, inexpensive, it feels great.
And it works. It's great.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure having you here. Now, if you want more information about Porcelana Skin Lightening Cream for reducing those dark spots and age spots, maybe other blemishes, check out NiceneBrands.com.